standing strong on the bridge tonight. We got dreams and we got fight. Voices loud in the city's light. Change is coming into sight. History told by scars and pain. Echoes deep in every name. Legal truths we must reclaim. Through the storm and through the rain. Thorough black talk of you. With brother Tad, sister K. Sister Marcia, brother Blacksmith. Cut the check or no vote, yeah. Justice calls from open skies. Tears that fall, ain't no disguise. Marching forward, no surprise. Strength in hearts you can't downsize. Every voice a sweet refrain. In this fight we share the strain. Through the joy and through the pain. Bound together like a chain. Thorough black talk of you. With brother Tad, sister K. Sister Marcia, brother Blacksmith. Cut the check or no vote, yeah.
On the Brooklyn Bridge tonight, voices strong, knowledge tight. Thorough black talk in the air, changing minds, changing flair. From brother Tad to sister Kate, warriors got things to say. Sister Marcia brings the heat, brother Blacksmith keeps the beat. Revolutionary waves they fly underneath the open sky. Every word's a call to fight. Tune in, feel the ancestral line. Thursday nights, the world will see Black Power Media on the spree. Facebook, YouTube, all aligned, breaking free from everybody. Social talk and politics, every voice breaks through the matrix. Commentary raw and true, for the many, not the few. Revolutionary waves they fly underneath the open sky. Every word's a call to fight. Tune in, feel the ancestral line. Ancestral line.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, family. Welcome to another edition of Thorough Black Talk with your sister Keisha, your brother Tad, your brother Blacksmith, and sister Marcia will be joining us in a little while. We got a lot to discuss tonight, family. Woo! It's going to be a hot and heavy night. Buckle up, buckle up, buckle up. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody to log on now. K Rush 409, what's good? What's good? Glad to see you, Black, with us, Philly in the building. Yes, indeed. Sister Farnessa, Alabama, be in here. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Sister Donna, Brother Kerwood, always on to check in. For real, for real, for real. Aunt Marie, Uncle Jesse, what's good? Pizzo, I know you in the background. What's good? What's good? Let's get it popping. We're going to bring Brother Tad in here right quick. Brother Tad, what's good?
Peace of family. How everybody doing?
We making it, brother. We making it. I gotta get Brother Blacksmith in here. Let me get Brother Black in here. Hold on. Here we go. Brother Black, what's good? What's good?
What's up, Sister K? What it do, family?
Man,
How
you got a
y'all?
lot. Brother Leonard on the check-in. Harlem World in the building.
Yeah. Oh, we deep in here tonight, too.
Yeah, we deep already. We gotta go in.
Yes, indeed. Dr. Filet, gonna get these shout outs real quick. Dr. Filet in the building. Yo, I made a track for MWM anniversary. It's gonna be a series of meetings that take place next month in honor of MWM. Time to move forward to the next step. So I made a song for MWM. We're gonna play it a little bit later, and that is gonna be used as a fundraiser. So I created the song, and I'm turning over all legal rights to MWM so that they can do what they wish with it. So glad to have them in the building with us. Sister Farnessa, she ready for Brother Anunnaki tonight. She ready for you, brother. He gonna come in here because we got this Hurricane Helena. He got to come in here with the 1-2. He got to come in here with the 1-2. Brother Black, you know, what's up with this hurricane right now? I know you sent me some info a little while ago, but I was logging on, getting things ready, the production side, so I didn't get a chance to click on it. But let the people know what it is that you sent me.
I believe that now this is, I haven't really been inspecting it. I just saw it maybe about an hour ago, right before I sent it to you. I believe that this hurricane is being manipulated by man, because when it was supposed to hit land, it was supposed to be a category 1. It is now a 4, and that's major. So a lot of them people that thinking it was going to be a 1, which would have been basically a tropical storm, probably think it probably stayed there. And a lot of people going to die if it stays a 4. It's supposed to go up all the way to Virginia. Now, of course, it ain't going to be as strong as it is off the coast of the Gulf of Mexico. But if it hits Virginia, you're talking millions of people that storm is going to go through. So it's going to be some major devastations. And the reason why I believe that's true, or what I just said, is because they need to distract, because they taking hit after hit after hit. Because if Diddy go down, the whole entertainment industry, not hip hop, not the music industry, is going down. And they need a distraction right now to get that, you know, kind of on the side piece right now, while we worry about, you know, Florida and the other states that I just mentioned that will get hit eventually. It's supposed to hit land in a few hours. That's my 1-2 on that.
Heard about that
Can you hear me?
throughout the day. Yes, I heard about that throughout the day, and you know, to see what's going on. Let me mute you while you're not. It causes background noise, and I'll get Sister Marcia in here. But yes, I heard about that, you know, throughout the day, and that actually is moving its way further east. So you know, it'll miss us here in New York City, but yeah, I saw that. I saw what's going on, Brother Black. And you know, as you said, it could be man-made because there is so much going on right now. You know, when you look at people like the Black Dot, Professor Griff, the great Steve Coakley, you know, Dick Gregory, our brother Blacksmith, they've been telling y'all for a long time that it's up for everybody, and a lot of things are going to be, you know, falling out under the bed sheets, if you will, pun intended. But you know, so much within this week has happened. So we're gonna get right into it, because we also had the death of Philip J. Harvey. He is the other half of Soul to Soul. So he transitioned the week before, last week actually. He transitioned at the age of 60. So we lost another great icon in music. Also, we got to touch on this Eric Adams, who was indicted by the prosecutor of the Southern District, Mr. Damian Williams. We'll get into him as well. We're going to have to deal with the fallout of Kamala Harris and, you know, folks making comments towards Janet Jackson because she said she heard Kamala's father was white, but we'll get into that. People tried to come for my brother Tad too. We got to get in with all that. Also, the execution of Marcellus Williams took place yesterday as well. So, like I said, we got a lot to unpack tonight, family. But I first want to touch on, the death of Day Philip Harvey. Keep on moving. That's an anthem for Black people right there. If you ain't rocking that jam, I feel sorry for you. I don't know what kind of music you listen to your house, at your parties, at your family functions, but something wrong if you wasn't listening to that. What is your feeling, Brother Tad, when that song come on? When you hear that song and you at a gathering, what's your feeling like when you hear that?
Nostalgia. Summer of '89. The beat dropping. Karen Wheeler singing, I live in. I can't hit them notes like Karen Wheeler, but when she sing and then that beat drop, and also the other joint, Jazzy's Grooves, I think I went out and bought the album when it dropped, but I think very few songs give you a certain feeling. Keep on Moving, the acapella version, as they like to call it, gives me that feeling, especially when the beat drops. Something like the first time you ever heard Sucker MC and Run was just rocking. Certain songs give you a feeling, and that's one of those songs that's just a staple in our community that captures a time, like Black and Proud by James Brown. Though I wasn't there, that song is so relevant that I could have been there because it captures the energy of a people at a time. And that's what Soul II Soul did with that song. It was so iconic. I think anybody who was around in the 80s, particularly in their teenage years, going to parties, they knew if you wanted to rock, put that joint on. So
definitely a staple in the Black community. Our brother from the UK, shout out to our family in the UK, who be checking us out heavy over here. You got to show them love, Sister Cheryl Phoenix and others, Brother Siraj. People be checking us out over there in the UK, so we got to show our people some love. But again, we lost another great icon. So moving right along, we had breaking news today that Mayor Eric Adams was indicted. Well, actually, the news broke last night. Excuse me. The news broke last night, but the press conference and all of that took place today. We'll hear this real.
Finance, bribery, and conspiracy charges against Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. As the indictment alleges, Mayor Adams engaged in a long-running conspiracy in which he solicited and knowingly accepted illegal campaign contributions from foreign donors and corporations. As we allege, Mayor Adams took these contributions even though he knew they were illegal, and even though he knew these contributions were attempts by a Turkish government official and Turkish businessmen to buy influence with him. We also allege that the mayor sought and accepted well over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits from some of the same foreign actors who arranged many of the illegal campaign contributions. These benefits included free international business class flights and opulent hotel rooms in foreign cities. The mayor had a duty to disclose these gifts on his annual public disclosure forms so that the public could see who was giving him what. But as we allege, year after year after year, he kept the public in the dark. He told the public he received no gifts, even though he was secretly being showered with them. We allege that Adams accepted these benefits knowing that they were given to him because of his position. And in exchange for some of those improper benefits, he intervened in the New York City Fire Department's inspection process for a building owned and operated by the Turkish government, allowing it to open even though it had not passed the fire inspection. The corruption alleged in the indictment is, as I said, long-running. As we allege in the indictment, Adams' solicitation of illegal campaign contributions began in 2018. Today, we are announcing campaign finance, bribery, and conspiracy charges against Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. As the indictment alleges, Mayor Adams engaged in a long-running conspiracy in which he solicited and
Got him. Can't hear you, sis. Unmute.
There you go.
Hey.
Sorry about that. Yes, Brother Tag, got him. What did we tell people about the clean hands doctrine? What have we said? And these black folks don't learn. You don't learn. You're not special, Negro. You're not. I don't care if the hats put you in. They will dump you in a heartbeat. And there were power moves being played here in New York, allegedly, to get Andrew Cuomo back in office as mayor of New York. That has been thrown around as well. Immediately, your party, your Democratic Party, Mayor Adams, sold you out. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was on the street telling you to resign, step down. Where your people's at? The ones you was caping for.
Mm-hmm. With the little hats? The ones
The
with
little
the
hats, the Asians,
hi.
Latino, your Baba Louie draws you was trying to get. What happened to your peoples?
I'm laughing at K Rush. He said, YT said once again, you not like us. You not like us.
You already know.
Oh man.
First of all, and then you're going to try to clean it up. After you realize you made the mistake, you dipped backwards. And that's what got you tripped up. They went back to 2016 in this 56-page indictment. They went back to 2016 on Eric Adams. And they talked about these straw donors, and we talked about them here before on this platform, the straw donors who, people who give money in the name of somebody else, passing it through to funnel to his campaign. Now, not just that, but also seeking or getting gifts in the name of your government office. You can't listen. Take it from those of us who actually had to fight. When you run for office, let me just tell you this. The tax forms are totally different. They are not the same. The codes are different. When you are running for office, your party must have a treasurer and an accountant, and you must have your own treasurer and accountant to count. Listen, when we ran in the Freedom Party, I claimed chewing gum. I reported chewing gum that I bought for some of the team when we was out there getting signatures. I told everything. You can't leave nothing out, my G. It's because the money you bring in has to compare with what's going out. Every dollar has to be accounted for. So in 2016, it says that Destination India via Turkey doing work for the hats, a free upgrade to business class from a round trip from New York to India. That's equivalent of $12,000, right? And that upgrade. Now, again, in 2017, France, Turkey, and China. Free business class tickets for 3 round trips from New York to France, Turkey, and China. Heavily discounted stay in the Bentley suite at the St. Regis in Istanbul. A total of $41,000. 2017, China via Turkey. Again, free business class tickets for 2 on a round trip from New York to China, equivalent of $16,000 plus. 2018, Hungary via Turkey again. Again, it's alleged that his dealings with the Turkish government is what triggered these investigations. So again, that's 2018 now. another 12,000. Then 2019, another upgrade in Turkey on his way going to Ghana. So even your Ghanaian trip, you got sponsored. But I'm just saying, as a political a person, as a mayor of a major city and a black man, you need to triple cross and dot every T. Your hands must be clean, bro, and your affiliations must be clean. You are not special. A few months ago, you gave Diddy the key to the city and said that he was the bad boy of hip hop and you was the bad boy of politics. That's what you said, sir.
Boy, trace the words.
Hey, let me get Sister Marcia in here because I know she tight too. But I'm just saying, Sister Mama, I'm just saying.
Peace, Sister Marcia.
This fool, let me tell y'all something. These are tracking devices. Y'all do know that, right? We are not that dumb. These listen and hear everything. You cannot get away with nothing, especially when you in government. They watching you. Now, in defense of Mayor Adams, I gotta tell the whole truth. I can't tell part of the truth. I gotta tell the whole truth. He's done nothing different than any other white man or governor. He's done nothing different than those who came before him. Nothing. The problem is he thought he was riding the coat with him. No, sir. That's not how it works. They did the same thing to Governor Patterson. Remember? They came out and said he took free Yankee tickets. Sitting behind the dugout or whatever. Excuse me if I'm getting the terminology wrong. I am baseball illiterate. So I'm just saying, if I'm wrong, correct me. But they pulled his coat too. Said he had illicit affairs in his office. You ain't special. You black. When you gonna learn? And then you try to do things. When I tell you, when you practice nepotism, at least make sure that the people you put in can do the job correctly, properly, and to the letter of the law. You put in all your friends in all these offices, and I personally know parts of the DOE, you ain't supposed to have these folks in here. So again, now you have investigations of your chief of staff, your school chancellor, his girlfriend, his brother. Your police commissioner had to step in. You put in a temporary interim commissioner. He too is under investigation and have to get out. New York City is a mess. It looked like Jamani Williams might be sitting in the mayor's office because he's next in line. If Eric Adams has to step down, that's who gets it. The public advocate. He takes the seat by default. Then there's a special election that they run. But anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Brother Tad, your thoughts on what's happening here with the mayor, his administration, and other city government agencies, including, I forgot, his campaign folks, also under investigation by 3, mind you, separate entities. The district attorney of the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams. You have the FBI involved, and you have New York City investigators involved. So these are 3 different agencies on y'all asses. Go ahead, Brother Ted.
Wait. Keisha,
one question, real quick. What happened to Alvin Bragg? I'm sorry.
What about him? What you
I'm
mean?
just asking, what happened to him?
What do you mean? What
Did he get fired? Did he quit?
He's still there.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm done. Go ahead, Tad.
I was trying to figure out where you was going with it. That's all. Go ahead, Sister Marcia.
I just wanted to add, and let's not forget FDNY. This is what really
Yes, thank you, Sister
spikes
Marcia.
the interest of this investigation with all the buildings that they falsely allowed occupancy.
Right, of the Turkish government. Now, these were Turkish businessmen who are developing this building, if you will, and they got stopped with an open date because they didn't pass fire inspections and other inspections as well. And so they reached out to Mayor Adams and said, well, now it's your turn, Mayor. Now you got to help us.
Yeah.
Now you got to help us.
The bad boy of the city and his party promoter, P. Diddy. Take that. Sister Marcia, you was on point because I was going to go there. I mean, he has a litany of criminals in his organization. Let's just put it like that. We knew that was coming when de Blasio's last 3 weeks in office, he decided to make the mandate that all New Yorkers, city employees, all of them, take the jab, which is unconstitutional. We ignored de Blasio, like, yo, my dude, you out of here anyway. Adams, you as a city employee, you know how the game go, and you should know the law as the mayor, that's unconstitutional and illegal. As stated by the governor at the time. Turn around, what'd he do? Said, I'm going to uphold the mandate and make everybody take this poison. Strike one with me. But let's fast forward to the pimping preacher, our brother Bishop Lamar Whitehead, who upon his arrest shouted out, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown. Said the real head of the CMB is Mayor Eric Adams Akbar. Remember, Lamar Whitehead said they don't want me. They want Eric Adams. This is about the mayor. This is not about me, when they took him down. And it made me pause, like, what does he know that the rest of us don't know yet? And now here it is. All of the corruption that went on. Remember, it started with one of his staff members who was taking money from Chinese people and helping them out. So again, black faces in high places. You got all these people from other countries and other nationalities. You're helping them. But here you're supposed to be a mayor for the people, and got a lot of grassroots people in New York City, Brooklyn and Queens, who are friends of ours. Sister Marcia, Sister Keisha, Brother Black. These are our personal friends who supported the mayor. And we like, hold up, he not doing right by us though. He's putting us on the back burner, and we the real vanguard now. We the people that eat, breathe, sleep this black stuff. Not like Kamala Harris. We black when it's convenient. We do this 24/7. In our family, out our family, in the community, and out the community. Why are we supporting him when he's not supporting us? But here it goes. It's all unraveling. It's all unfolding. Like Sister Marcia said, he pulled strings to pass a lot of buildings by this Turkish people that weren't qualified to pass or even have occupancy. But where's the same favor when it comes to us? And I feel bad, right, Sister Keisha? Shout out to Reverend Herbert Daughtry. I don't like when people use our elders as props and people who've been fighting for a long time, just to have him alongside of you as if, he's in support of your foolishness. Don't drag other folks under the bus because you have relationships. Don't exploit those relationships and tarnish their names. Now, again, all of these are allegations, but I'm talking about what we see and what we know to be truthful, especially in terms of the mandate, because now as we fast forward, Fauci and everybody is recanting. And who is the CEO 19 czar who just admitted last week that when he told everybody else to be on lockdown, that he was having freak offs and popping mollies? Why are we not on his back? I get it. Our folks can't do what they do, and it's the same token, we got to have the same smoke for them. Don't let it be a blip on the screen, and we want to drag Adams, and rightfully so, and drag Puff, rightfully so. But let's drag old boy too, because he deserved to be in there too. But I'm off my soapboxes. I know Sister Marcia and Brother Black want to jump in here.
Well, I also want to add the Kathy Holcomb's Chinese person that the feds took down. This also propels this investigation because the Chinese people were also getting rides. Somehow they're only focusing on the Turkish because of the Muslim influence, and they're not focusing on the Chinese right now. They just took the sister. They just took the lady down because, you know, you do extravagant things. Why you buying, you know, you have a good salary of maybe 200,000, yes, but why you buying $5 million house in the Hamptons and you're driving around? You know, it's just so idiotic what people do when they are given money. Like, they must flash it around. They must show everybody what I can do with the money when it's illegal. You're supposed to, whatever. I'm not going to give the scam. I'm not going to give the scam out, but you're supposed to do other things.
You're a scammer?
I'm
No,
not
offline. I need some money. I need some money.
Let me get that.
Sister Keisha, Sister Marcia, I'm gonna say this real quick. It's so funny. Tuesday, I was on Doggy Diamond show. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds. We did a show called The Pride Before the Fall. And we talked about Puff, we talked about Dame, a little bit about Suge, but it was a cautionary tale about everybody who's riding high, who's whether they make the money legitimately or not. When you trying to shun your people, you trying to stunt and style on them, that's the pride. But watch that fall, because it's coming. Practice gratitude. Be humble, because things could turn in a blink of an eye. One day you riding high, next day you in Central Bookings eating hummus sandwiches, drinking warm waters. Let me get off.
You gave them a good meal.
Don't forget too, because as Sister Marcia said,
the bookings. I'm telling you, hummus.
Okay.
It's crazy.
As Sister Marcia mentioned, Governor Kathy Hochul and her staffer, not only were they was she accused of being a spy, but so was her husband, and she's been working with the governor for years. So who knows what secrets that she has transferred over to? But I can tell you, our black mayors, the jig is up. You can't serve two masters, as Brother Taz said. Our ancestors are pissed off with you. You are in positions to do what you must, not to do what you want to do for you. So you deserve everything you get. Along with Mayor Tiffany Hillard of Dalton, Illinois, along with Mayor Marty Smalls Sr., the Atlantic City mayor, he and his wife, Laquetta, or Laquita, whatever her name is, are accused of physically and emotionally abusing a girl 15 years old. So yeah, all of y'all gonna get it. All of y'all gonna get it, because you will be exhibiting behaviors as if you are still in bondage.
And this thing is it's gonna rise deeper or higher, because we know personally, you know, city people, we know assembly people, and we know Congress people that have been doing these same tricks of the game because they feel like, oh, I represent this area. You know, when we talk about how our communities get gentrified, we need to look at where our politicians are vacationing. How do they get there? And why do they get there? And I've stated this so many times to people, and people were like, oh, you're just against this. I said, I can't be against our people. But when someone is traveling places where they don't belong, and then it reflects in our community, it matters. You know, and this thing happening with Adams didn't just start now with the mayor's office, right? It started way before, but people won't talk about it. People won't talk about the stuff that he does because our community don't hold each other accountable. It's going to be all right. He's going to have our backs later on. We always think the good by and by is going to come to us, and it actually doesn't reflect for us. You know, our communities get gentrified. Our schools don't reflect a proper education for our children. Anything that we want to interject in our community, we have to wait for, while other people just get it right along with no with no recourse. They don't have to pass any lines, but we have to pass hurdles. Did you fill out this form? Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do that? And then you're just like, you know what? I give up. I'm tired of going through the hula hoops, because here comes somebody from another country that gets all the passes, no questions asked. Oh, okay, you're going to do this. So again, if people are the power, the people power aren't doing anything to exhibit that we have power. And I'm so tired of people saying, oh, there's gatekeepers, there's this, there's that. If people are the power, we tear down the gates. But that takes the people to unite and be on one accord. We don't have to be one monolith, but we have to have one goal. And the goal is going to be for our children. Because if we continue like this, the way we're continuing now, our children is not going to have opportunities that we had, or even our grandparents had. They were able to raise the bar for us. And what bar are we raising for our children? That's my only question.
We're lowering the bar. We out of our mind. We have no shame.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Brother Tad. And it comes back down to what I always say, where you disagree with me: accountability, ethics, code, value. Where are those things? Those things are not front and center in our community. And, you know, of course, it starts in the home. But when we don't challenge political officials that are damaging these values and principles, right? Because it's going to go top down. It's going to go bottom up and top down. When someone on top is not upholding the same values and principles, and we're not checking them, we're not holding them accountable, we can't hold anyone else accountable either.
I disagree. Now I'm teasing you, sister. I'm teasing you, sis. No, what I was going to say is that, and I agree with you to an extent, but again, that's when I start splitting hairs, because I don't want people to put me in a category of them Negroes. Like you said, we're not a monolith. There's a group of us that do uphold the code, and then there's those that don't. Those of us that uphold the code, we're called the troublemakers, like Sister Keisha, you, myself, Brother Black, and our audience, because we always rock with a sophisticated audience. I did a litmus test the other day on social media. I put up a picture of the Mhoff family, and I put a picture of the Jacksons. And I asked a simple question. I'm confused. Which one is the Black family? You know how many people attacked me? You want Trump to win? I said nothing about a candidate. I said nothing about politics. I just asked which one was the Black family. There's the picture. Audience, why don't you help me out? Is it A at the top or is it B? Which one is the Black family? That's my only question. I didn't say who makes the best albums, who would make the best president. None of that. If you don't know these people, which one would you call the Black family? And I was attacked.
Hey, Tack, can I answer that? Can I answer that real quick?
True.
We have to understand something. Mhoff, Kamala's husband, he did like Schwarzenegger, and he impregnated the nanny, and the child is alive, even though they're trying to suppress that information. It's all over online. I posted it a few times. We all know who the Black family is. I believe that this is Kamala Harris Black or not. What's that, bro?
I'm gonna stop.
You say something?
There. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I did what everybody else did. I asked one question. I don't care who Mr. Mhoff is with. I don't care about his bastard children. I don't care about none of that. A simple question, and that's when we begin.
I'm talking about the Mhoff dude.
But answer the question first. That's what we trip up.
It's nothing else.
That's why
I'm rocking with Janet Jackson answer. How's that?
Okay, there you go. That's the only question. And then you can tell us the background of everybody else.
But the thing is, the comments, like he asked a simple question: which one is the Black family? And people, this is what I'm saying. We are so distorted in our perception. I'm telling you, social media has destroyed the mind. because people are wrapped up in this. You can't even read a simple question. Now I was looking at the comments, right? He said, which one is, you see it right here in the middle. I'm curious, which is the black family.
That's it.
People said her mother is Hindu and her father wasn't, shake my head. Then people down here. So that's just her mother's side. What is her father again? Nobody cares. He asked you, which is the black family? Then people said, oh, I guess you want to vote for Trump. He said nothing about that in his post.
Nothing.
Why can't people just read?
Because reading is not a skill in our internet family right now. They
So the thing
read between the lines and answer what they want to answer. There's a question, answer the question, and then give your verbiage afterwards. That's why so many people can't write essays today. You ask someone to write an essay and they're looking at you like, what? And you will give them topics. Here are questions against this topic to answer, and they can't do it.
They'll write 2 letters. S-A. There you go. My essay.
Oh God, he's starting trouble early with her. He's starting with her early.
I like what KW said.
But hold on, this thing started because Janet Jackson was in an interview and
by an Indian woman.
And she asked her about Kamala Harris. Are you ready to vote for the first black female president? So Janet responds, but I heard her father was white. And the whole internet spiel, people like D.L. Hughley and Michael Eric Ho Dyson and all these other people chimed in on Team Kamala, coming for Janet Jackson. First of all, you don't come for the first family of black music. You just don't do that.
At all.
Like I said, there's a protocol to things. You don't come for the first family of black music. Say what you want about the Jacksons. They are the first family of black music. Period. Worldwide, internationally known. Period. Not I'm saying it. This is what the world says. So how dare you? But then she gives you her answer. And because you don't like it, D.L. Hughley with all them rolls on your neck thicker than Esther roll, you have the nerve to come for her and say you love black women. Well, we know that's a lie because how many times you cheat on your wife and come up with
how many times she cheated on you?
Stuff. So let's tell the real truth here.
And protect his daughter when she was
exactly
by his friend.
Exactly. What you don't even stand up for your own. So you a coward off the rip with your corny comedy. You corny.
And then wait a
Bernie
minute.
Mac put you on and you still failed. You corny.
And
now, Michael Eric Dyson, keep your double teeth talking self. I know you make enough money to get a goddamn dental plan. That's number one. But then you taking pictures with these white women and sending them DMs trying to get with them and then try to clean it up later.
Yeah, it was just they told me to take a picture and it was friendly banter, just showing how blah blah blah. Stop. You couldn't even articulate yourself. You couldn't even articulate yourself about this situation. But back to Janet, what made it worse, her press secretary then comes out and apologized for Janet. I am so proud of my sister that says, you know what, white boy, goodbye. Because you don't give an unsolicited apology for me. And I'm so sick and tired of, again, this whole monolith thing. We all have to vote for Kamala because she's black and she's a woman. No, I don't. I can see the issues on the table and read them and understand them and do my own personal due diligence. And what I do in that polling booth or that polling table is my business. You don't like it? Jack off, because you should have went and presented someone more responsible. You just present this person to me as if that's it. you didn't do any selection process. You didn't say, here, community, you have an opportunity to select X, Y, and Z. And this is why this whole Eric Adam thing is going to be interesting, because they only have 70 or 80 days to present a re-election, and this is going to happen this is going to happen during December. If push comes to shove, this is going to happen during December. How is that going to happen theoretically?
Well, he's only been indicted though. He hasn't been charged with anything yet.
He doesn't have to leave. He doesn't have to be charged. Kathy Holcomb could kick him out of office, or he can leave.
Yeah.
And if he leaves, and what's his name, the public advocate Jemani goes into place, he has 80 days from the time he sits on that position to do a special election. So if that happens during December and January of, December 2024, January 2025. This is going to be really, really interesting. Really interesting.
Well,
The indictment is the charge.
Yeah, about to say indictment is a charge.
Indictment is the charge.
Indictment means what you're formally charged with, no longer accusations. We found enough evidence, we believe, to proceed with this case and charge you with these crimes.
Right. He has the opportunity to bow out gracefully from his mayor's seat, or Kathy Holcomb can kick him off the mayor's seat. Jemani Wilson sits on the seat, and Jemani has 70 to 80 days to present a special election, again, which will fall in December or January 2025, which will be very interesting in terms of how our community operates.
What? Real quick.
Yes,
because we was at Kamala, and I want to come back to Eric Adams, but I want to stay with Kamala because with KD1, I believe it was KD1 7. Shout out to you. What they said is so on point that it's blasphemous to black women, because now how do we go and give the title of a black woman to a non-black woman? So when a real black woman steps on stage, she's unqualified to be the first because Kamala done stole that from her. It's almost like giving a transgender the first black, you know what I mean? You're not a woman. You're not a black woman.
But that's the same thing that happened with Obama too, though, right?
I'm stirring the pot. I'm about to cook, Sister Marcia. Slow down. We gonna go.
You're taking too long to cook, brother.
No, because we not doing fast food, sister. That's the problem with our people now. All up in Popeyes, fighting for chicken sandwiches and Chick-fil-A's and all this foolishness. When you need some home cooking. You need some home cooking. Brother, I'm not gonna get back to you because I need.
We only have 2 hours. Cook faster.
Warm up these phones, brother. I don't know.
Hey, Sister Marcia, I heard you had Tad in Springfield, Ohio, cooking dogs and cats.
Knee high.
Absolutely. With some broccoli on the side.
I don't want to move too far from Kamala real quick because it shows the simplicity of our thought processes, because when you ask somebody a simple question, they can't answer it. And I think it is blasphemous to the Jackson family. It's blasphemous to all black people. Kamala, what's our girl name? Candace Owens, right? Is however people may feel, but I'm like Malcolm, I'm for truth no matter who told it. She gave a dope expose on who is Kamala Harris. Now, months ago, and I think I mentioned it on this show, I went looking for the grandparents, but could not find pictures. Now, Candace Owens went and found one picture of grandma that was taken in, I believe, 1964. No. Kamala was born in 1964, but her grandma was supposed to have passed in 1960. So who was this woman in the picture?
It was, I believe, 1952.
That her mother died? That her grandmother died?
In that picture, in the picture.
Oh, in that picture. The point is, right, because we could all go revisit it. The point is that they just say he's Jamaican. That doesn't make him black. And he's of Irish and Hindu stock, of Irish and Indian stock. And his ancestry are slaveholders. That's why towns in Jamaica was named after him. I think this is real important that we stop confusing nationality with ethnicity and race. Our folks, we keep accepting anybody. And as I always say, we got to be the gatekeepers of our culture. We got to be the vanguard. We have to start vetting people, and these people aren't vetted because she ran on a whole campaign of how she's Indian, of Indian heritage. When we talk black, we talk about people of African descent. And I'm not talking about all life coming from Africa, because if that's the case, Caucasian people got a claim too. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those who identify as black, African descents with African experiences. I'm talking about people who pour libations and things like that. I don't know what Hindus do because I'm not Hindu. However, Hindu people don't identify as black, because if that's the case, then Aki in 7-Eleven, he's a brother. And now, next thing you know, we giving him a pass to use the N-word because he's black. We have to stop this foolishness. And I get upset because a lot of these people that was on my post, I know personally. And I hate to say it, they're not as smart as they like to portray on social media. No, I'm just keeping it a buck. They don't read. They don't have a library. In the back, I don't know, in the back over my shoulder is a blurred vision, but that's my library. It's a real library, real books. You know, I pull them down, read a chapter or two. I'm tired of people with this foolishness, and that's why my litmus test was simple. No politics, no names, no albums, who chart the most, who danced better, Jermaine or Jackie, none of that. Which one is the black family? And if we don't self-identify, what's that? The second principle of Kwanzaa, Kuji Chagalia. If we don't practice self-determination, we become whoever the society say we are. And that's why you got so many Negroes now. That's why you got an Eric Adams. And you could pick it up from there, Sister Marcia. You could go to Eric Adams now. But I just want to clear it out. Kamala Harris is not us. We should not turn our backs on Janet Jackson. Everybody keep trying to say this woman is black. It's an insult to you, Sister Marcia. It's an insult to you, Sister Keisha. It's an insult to our sisters in the audience. It's an insult to my mama. It's an insult to my grandmamas. It's an insult to my daughters. It's an insult to all black women that had to suffer the abuse of just being black women, who had to bear the brunt of a lot of bullshit that go on in society. And people could just cosplay because she could run to India. When things get too thick, she could run away. She could put a dot on her head and say, I'm not with the niggas. She can do that. But then when things are being handed out, the benefits and perks and monies, now here you come with your handout, talking about I'm black too. Ain't you been seeing me on TV? I be black too. I'll kick Kamala Harris in her ass. Why don't y'all take the mic from me? Because I'm tired of this broad.
We gonna put Hillary Clinton back in the game with the hot sauce in the pocketbook.
Well, listen, the whole idea of being black, you know, in the 90s, we made Clinton black. You see how easy that our elders made Clinton black, and Daughtry is one of them as well, you know? So I just want to point out the fact that there is a lot of elders that are hypocrites, and we're still looking up to them because we remember what we read or what we saw way back when. But everyone...
let me put it on record. I never rocked with Herbert Daughtry, Hazel Dukes, none of them.
Listen, sis,
put that on record.
I am with you. But, you know, they place people in front of us that they said is good for us and then wasn't good for us, because as soon as Clinton came in, he signed in the crime bill. That was one of his first actions, and the elders didn't say nothing about it. They didn't say nothing about it. So this is just a continuation of patterns. Then they placed Obama in front of us and they said, first black man to do this and to do that, we should be great. He wasn't the first black man because he's not black. But we don't want, you know, identity politics is very funny today.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why politics is so dangerous. We all know they say at the workplace or, you know, amongst people you don't really know, you should never discuss religion and politics. We know that. But at the same time, you have to understand, when you become passionate, and passionate ain't always being mad or upset. When you become passionate, you lose your mind. And this is why back in the days, I believe in the 1300s, in places in Europe, because we never had this problem before. If you were in love, you could be put in jail. When you're in love, you're stupid because you don't see no red flags. You don't see, you know, it's all butterflies and, you know, you know, ice cream and everything sweet. You know what I'm saying? And then the person's like basically stabbing you in the back in front of your face and you don't see it because you love the person or the entity that we're talking about. So this is one of those topics where ordinarily intelligent people who have look like their life is together just can't relate because there's no connection between the passion and the sensibility.
Thank you, brother
I'm
Black.
done.
No, because that's what I'm saying. People that I respect, you know, people I used to like to think were intelligent. They're so invested in the script because it's all a script. As somebody said, you know, just to uphold white supremacy. You know, that's all we're debating about. And for me, it's not about white supremacy. It's about the Black identity. Because again, here we're on the cusp. Reparations is on the table. We're constantly talking about its game, its theme, and momentum. But who could skip the line now? Just like they did with the civil rights movement. Remember, the civil rights was to pass laws. So at least we can go somewhere and take a dump in peace. Is this the closest bathroom? I can't take a dump. My belly hurt. Like, but then if I go in the bushes, I'm an animal. You know, so here it is. Once civil rights laws was passed, other people were allowed to skip us. Again, though nobody was getting their head bust. Though these laws weren't restricting other people, just people who were sympathetic. Same thing with the $5 Indians. You know, they started doling out money. Here come the Europeans. Yeah, I'm an Indian. Take my $5 and I want this reservation. I'm going to build Nevada up and here you go. And we don't study enough history because as a group, we're constantly told, leave our story alone. Leave that behind. So we don't see when they run in the same play after play after play. Like I said, even with the migrant situation, you know what I'm saying? Back in the early 1900s, send us your sick and huddled masses. You know, they sent all these other Europeans in just to compete with our numbers because our numbers were exploding. We were having families. We knew families were the cornerstone of any community and nation. So we always focused on family. Talk to anybody. Talk to our grandparents and great-grandparents. How many kids they had? 8 to 10 kids. Nobody was like, I don't want no children. Now you got Black people saying they don't even want no kids. Like, are you serious? But this is the identity theft going on. But these are people posing as us who saying that having children become a hardship and we shouldn't be focused on children. Focus on your career. Don't have no babies. And then that becomes the narrative. And now our folks are really running around with that foolishness. It's just a shame because we don't realize it's called a race because it's a competition. It is a real competition. And racism is a team sport. It's not golf where you play it by yourself. It's a team sport like football and basketball. And we got to get our heads in the game. Nobody's going to win this alone. Look at Eric Adams. Look at the P. Diddy's. Just because you rubbing shoulders with the op, don't think they embrace you as one. But again, we go by the Bible. I ain't going to study war no more. You got to realize all of this is war. You better study war.
Well, it goes back to what Brother Black said. Who are our friends? You know, P. Diddy rubbing shoulders with all these people. He's thinking they're his friends. Look, they didn't show up for you. When you at work, you at work. When you at play, you at play. You should not play with the people that you work with. But he didn't.
Listen, Sister Marcia, it's deeper than that. I wrote the book on it. I always talk about it. None of y'all buying it. All it is the 85% who don't know. The 10% who know and exploit them, and us 5% is trying to teach the rest of them how to get where we at. Because we're not falling victim to the okie doke. That's all it is. It's that simple. We try to make, by explaining it and continuously going in this circle, we not understanding. It's that simple. The 10% is exploiting the 85, and we trying to teach them how to get out of it. And they don't want to listen to us because we ain't famous or rich.
Teach God, teach God. They got to do the knowledge, God.
Absolutely, but we still have to bang it into their heads to buy your book, to buy any book, read stuff, because this information is everywhere. And what did they say a long time ago? If you want Black people not to know something, place it in a book. And that's just the same problem right now. Those of us that are avid readers understand what society is playing at, and it is our duty to amplify and evangelize what's going on outside. Don't play with the people you work with.
Let me explain it to you this way. If the foundation of your belief is that some prophet was born of a virgin 2 weeks after she was impregnated, or that, you know, some white dude appeared to some dude and told him, this is your knowledge, and go dispense it among the poor righteous teachers and teach them, and so on and so forth, then your whole believability system is going to be in the 85% percentile bracket.
Yo, that's deep.
You can't force you. We can give people Beholder Pair Horse, the ISIS papers, and Miseducation of the Negro, and they're gonna come from their experiences until they learn how to change their mind into the right way of thinking.
But did y'all hear what?
You know what I'm saying? Us talking about Anunnaki and all this stuff we're talking right now for most people, and then you got to consider that a lot of them is in the boule. That's 10% right there. That's the 10% we're talking about.
Go back to what
they
you
are
said.
rich. They are not wealthy.
Hold up, because you said something real deep. Rub that ass, because you said something deep. You said if your belief system is of the white man that came to a black man, told him teach you part of the 85, and he was the one. Wallace Darfur is the one who came and told the people that they 85ers and you got to be part of the 5. So you said even following that doctrine, it makes you an 85er. That's deep.
In other words, Brother Tad, in my opinion, in other words, if you believe in any organized religion.
There you go. But see, and that's what I want to do. I want to quell the belief system because I know how to set you free. My people are in bondage because they don't know their status. If you give me $2.99, $299, correct your status for you and give you one of my 99 books that I've written.
Go ahead, Polite. Be polite with the knowledge.
Mr. Marcia, that's your argument with Tad. I'm done.
Be polite with your knowledge. You started it. You stand there and take it.
No, my sister. Look, my sister. See, I gotta go all natural because my status has been corrected. So allow me to have 13 wives.
I was never up close to his lecture. So I don't know these.
It don't gotta be no lecture. It's online right now. Just send me the $2.99 Cash App.
Oh, my brother. Because indubitably, you're misunderstanding phenomenology of the information I'm trying to embark on you. See, my brother and my sister, see, I need 13 wives to uphold me because the number 13 is synonymous with Christ and his 12 disciples, but not to confuse it with your upper and lower chakras, which is of the tree of life. So if you study the Kabbalah, you understand that that 299.99 that you give me will not only correct your status, but it will open your eye and give you
That is Mike, Sister Keisha, please.
My sister,
I ain't saying nothing. I'm staying out of it.
You started it, Brother Black. You stand there and you take that information because you are the 95 of the percent and the beliefs and the this and the that. You started that.
Don't get Marcia riled up. We're gonna keep her calm tonight. Excuse me, family. I keep freezing internet issues, but I wanted to go
on my sister. You got to draw her rule. And it'll activate your first eye, which everybody like to call your third eye, because you have a calcified pineal gland. But if you drink my Irish sea moss from the waters of Lake Minnetonka, tap water, it'll clear all that up for you and get rid of the gout.
How much is the bottle of water?
For you, sister, I give you my homegirl hookup discount. Just give me 40 ounces. It's 40 ounces. That's it. For 8-ounce bottle, 40 ounces, chief.
Does that come with a salad, a vegan salad?
Oh, no, I can't hook you up with that because it's organic. I grew that on my fire escape. Yeah. The natural sunlight from Brother Anunnaki. I told him turn the flares up a little bit, and they cooked it, and we soaked our collards in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this second moon is gonna have people on fire for the next 72 days.
You sure it ain't the sun flares? Chief.
The sun and the moon, they all fighting.
But no,
you want to get the backlash.
Think how many people bought into so many frauds. Because what Brother Black was dropping was for real though. Our belief system, the things we follow, things. Now, as I'm joking, and it sounds crazy, People don't think it sound crazy. As Brother Black was talking about the passion, because here this dude is convicted of touching a child and still get support. Oh, the white men set him up. They put that DNA on him. Like, word, that's what we gonna run with. And that's when we talk about accountability. So when I talk about the code, people talk foolishness. You're not my peoples. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You're not my peoples. I don't care. You can sound great all you want. We still waiting on the school in Delaware. Uma, where that?
Where them doors opening? When them doors opening, son? Where them doors opening? That's what we want to know.
Who's this Umar you speak of?
Who's this Uma? He's Matt.
Yeah.
Dr. Sukiana.
I thought you said his name was Dr. Sukiana.
Name is Dr. Sukiana.
Okay.
He having a paint party. Y'all cheap Negroes ain't putting enough funds for us to have a cookout this year. We only had enough to buy a can of paint.
I got a question for y'all. I got a question for y'all. Y'all think Eric Adams and Dr. Sukiana was at the freak-offs?
Nah. He ain't got no swag. He got promised and be invited.
Maybe Eric. Maybe Eric, but not the other guy.
The history hitman, he says the first family of soul was the Burke family, aka the 5 stair steps, as opposed to the Jacksons, who are the second family of soul. I'll stay with that. I'll stay with that.
That's the Black history.
But as far as international flair, the Jacksons are number one as far as that international. No,
absolutely.
Brother Mike, they got a Michael Burke. Could he do the moonwalk like MJ? I'm just curious.
Like K. Rush said, I find everything suspicious. I find everything. Everybody is suspicious. We gotta get the history hitman on here. He be playing with us, Tad. You know, he said he was coming on here. I think I'm gonna have to put up on him. If I put up on him, he'll come on here.
Everybody who want to hear our brother Mike Grace, the Black History Hitman, the History Hitman, put a 1 in the comment. Put a 1 in the comment if you want to hear the History Hitman. Let's put a 1 up in there.
There you go. Put the ones up so I don't get no trouble. But anyway, while we wait for y'all to put it in the chat, let's go back to something that Sister Farnessa said and Dr. Fillet said. Sister Farnessa said, if Kamala Harris is black, then so is Rachel Dolezal.
That's a fact.
And then Dr. Fillet said, isn't it ironic that the first black president was also biracial? Listen, we take narrative and we take possession of our own culture. We decide who black and who ain't. Not the white man.
That's right.
Not the white man. He was biracial and so is she. You know, as Brother Tad talked about Jamaica, like any other place, you got white, black, Asian, Indians, everybody, Puerto Rican, Jamaicans. Sean Paul is a Puerto Rican Jamaican. Okay?
Yeah,
and wet by at the same time. So I'm just saying, we cannot just because somebody's place of origin, let them identify and cosplay who we are. It's very disrespectful. And I told you, we are witnessing a grand scheme of identity theft. And that is because, as Brother Tad says, as this reparation momentum continues to grow, shout out to Sister Brooke, as this continues to grow, everybody want to be black. Now you got white folks, commentators, far right folks who are saying Black American freedmen deserve reparations. Even Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. He said, bring the case before the court as freedmen. Everybody can't be down.
That's right.
Everybody, and before I go further, History Hitman, you do see the ones in the chat.
Yeah.
So you better get your tail over here.
And those just the ones that ain't shy.
Don't make me and Tad put up on you. It ain't gonna be nice. You may be taller than us, but we'll bring you down. Trust me.
Take him at the kneecap.
Hey, Brother Tad, Sister Keisha low key just called you short.
I ain't low key.
Here we go.
Riding that.
I already got these devices trying to interrupt my conversation. Here come Anunnaki with his foolishness tonight. You see what I'm saying?
Always
Now,
start.
if I had a switch, you'll be getting it right now. You see what I'm saying? I'm sending you back down to Alabama with Sister Farnessa. I know she got some trees with some switches over there.
Look what Sister Farnessa said.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do, Sister Keisha? I'm gonna be waiting for you in Alabama in Ambush Avenue.
I like what Sister Farnessa said. Even the queen of racism and culture has said we deserve reparations. And when I saw that, she was actually defending freedmen, Black Americans, which was true, and she was going against non-American Blacks. And again, I hate to split hairs, because we don't do that. However, we got to call the thing what it is. As Sister Pat said, that one drop rule don't work with us, and we don't subscribe to the one drop rule because it's a racist ideology. And if you've been following this show for years, you see that I think it was last year, Sister Keisha, you did the piece on mixed race people, how they identify as multiracial or biracial. They don't identify as Black or white. They put themselves in their own category, but then they always do it when it's convenient. They cosplay like your man Drake. That's why They Not Like Us was such a big song, because so many people are cosplaying. You're subscribing to a racist ideology that one drop of Black blood make you Black, but they don't even go through the experiences we've had. I like in your expose, sis, where they talked about their own personal experiences that they go through as biracial people, not being white and not being Black. That I can respect. That's a whole nother category. Stay over there, rock with that. But don't come over here and act like you dealt with racism when you go home and get your wounds licked by a white parent and get pampered and sheltered and coddled and all the resources of that privileged group you benefit from. But then you want to come to the hood and talk about you down with us when you don't even really go through what we go through. Unless
a lot
you
of them was saying, even when I did that piece, Brother Ty, a lot of them was saying how their white parent call them all kind of N-words and all kind of stuff when it's convenient.
That's your mom.
You know what I mean? That's your mom, but your daddy. You understand what I'm saying? So we part of our group. They ain't a part of our group. We not letting them in over here. We subscribe to a different one drop rule. If you got one drop of they stuff, you over there. You ain't over here.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Hey, Sister Keisha.
Go ahead.
Can you refer to that movie again? Where the mother becomes like rich with a white woman, and then she leaves the community because she was ashamed of her Black mother. The movie. You mentioned it a year ago or so on the show.
Yeah, it's an old movie, sis.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but I just want you to refer to that again for the listening audience who might have not heard that show. There you go. Thank you, sis.
Price. There's one before the one that's commonly watched, with Lana Turner and the sister. I forget her name, real quick. But there was another one done prior to that. That's even earlier. I think it was done in the 1940s. So you guys can check that out. It's probably available on YouTube if you look for it. But that's the movie Imitation of Life. Excuse me.
Insist real quick.
We just posted on our Thorough Black Talk Facebook page. African woman who's saying she ain't Black. She said, I'm white. I identify as white. So if you go to our Thorough Black Talk Facebook page, you put a lot of stuff over there. I'm gonna try to pull it up in a minute. Go ahead, Brother Tag.
No, right before we was talking about Imitation of Life, there was something else I was going to bring up. The Freedmen Bank that Sister Kamala is trying to reinstate, but include everybody else. And I want you to talk about the implications that has. And in the history of the Freedmen Bank, this is why we need Brother Mike on here. Stop playing, Brother Mike. Because the Freedmen's Bureau and how Kamala was in talks about revamping that, but for everybody. And how insulting that is. That's like establishing the Jewish bank, saying it's for everybody, when the Jews have their own experiences and their history, and because you can't do that.
The Jewish people won't even allow other people to come in. They will stand strong on show me who your third grandmother was before you come in and have a conversation with us. They stand strong on their identity. They don't have a crisis like we do. We unfortunately can't even make up our minds. Are we black? Are we hood? Are we anything? But we damn sure quick to call each other B's and N's in a second. You know, you'll hear that word floating around. And you know where it hurts me the most, because I go into these school systems, is hearing these children talk like this. And these children are only talking like this because their parents are talking like this. So it is just the inherent trauma that they're perpetuating, and they can't see anything greater than themselves. And when you talk to them about being greater, they're like, greater than what? Greater than what? They can't see anything greater. And then you start mentioning people. Oh, them people been dead for a long time. Who you talking about? McClune? Who that? Who McClune? Who what's his name? Clayton Powell. Who that? Who that? Who we talking about? They want to relate to people, and the people that they can relate to is a puffy. But look what a puffy is doing. So then look what they're doing. Right?
Yeah.
They're all getting.
Didn't a video resurface too of Sean or Puffy, wherever he didn't go by? But anyway, old video
Dr. Love.
resurfaced about him saying that we should form our own black political party. But Mr. Sean John, when we formulated the Freedom Party in 2013, you wanted no parts of it. That came out of your mouth, sir. You didn't want any parts of it.
And you had the money.
But you see, this is what I'm saying. And listen, I'm just putting it out in the atmosphere.
You can have the money,
I'm gonna put this out in the atmosphere. Because sometimes if you speak it, it'll come to fruition. There has to be a documentary done on the Freedom Party. There has to be a documentary done on the Freedom Party. There is so much that you guys just don't know. And I'm telling you that until you, run for political office, or better yet, form a party, what you think you know is an illusion. You guys have no clue what's really happening. And I really can't talk about it on this platform. Maybe I might do a special on Rumble.
Yeah.
I think I might have to do a special on Rumble. Me, Sister Pat, the History Hitman, Brother Michael Lloyd. Maybe we might do a special on Rumble. I'm gonna see if I could parlay that. But it has to be done, because something took place in this city, and when it comes to corruption, Andrew Cuomo, you are a vile dog. For what you did to the Freedom Party, I hope everything around you dies. I'm serious in that. I hope everything that you touch is destroyed. For the New York City Council, for the things that you did to the Freedom Party, I hope your children suffer a great fate. When I'm talking corruption and backbiting, things that y'all can't even fathom. You can't even fathom. So that's why when these fools see me pull up, Charles Barron and others, they know better. They know I know. They know that some of us are still alive who know what really happened. December 12th. I think we're going to have to do a Rumble special. Because that right now is the only platform where we be able to do that and make it happen. That's right, Brother Leonard in case and flat out said so. Y'all guys have no idea. And then when people say, sis, you need to rerun again. You know what we went through? You have no damn clue. And I'm not doing nothing without a team of lawyers and millions in the bank. So until you have that, don't come to me and ask me to run for no goddamn office. Because you don't know what the hell you talking about. The reason why the Freedom Party couldn't sustain itself is because of what I just said. Because of what I just said. Y'all have no clue. When we had a infiltrator, and we had a couple of them in the Freedom Party, a meeting was had and the threat was neutralized immediately. Another situation your sister almost came to blows with somebody, with two people. Mike Graves could tell you, he could vouch and tell you what I'm saying is true. You guys have no clue. One day, Dr. Filet walked in. This white woman just creeped in. She's in the chat. She can tell y'all what I'm saying is, y'all listen. When it comes to dealing with this entity of the Democrats and the Republicans, these are legalized gangsters. That's all it is. They are legalized gangs. And you, constituents, voters, you decide who's the captain of the gang, who run this block over here, who run this. That's exactly what, it's a gang. Go to the DNC committee and ask them, are y'all legal? They'll tell you the truth. But they got you believing something totally different. Ask yourself, why do precincts count your damn votes? Y'all better start asking real questions. And if you know any documentarians, send them my way. Because a documentary must be done on the Freedom Party. While the few of us who are still alive can tell the real story. Brother Leonard is another one. He'll tell you. Y'all clue. And like people say, oh, you should forget about it. Excuse my language. Fuck that. And you know, if I'm saying this, I'm pissed off. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. And any black man or black woman who claims to be advocating for you under either of these parties are going to fail you. These parties will not allow them to do it. Adam Clayton Powell tried. Mayor Jackson tried. Coleman Young tried. You can't win within a corrupt system that invested in itself to maintain itself. How many times we got to tell black people this stuff? Any black Democrat or Republican is not advocating for you. It's just lip service. So I'm going to get off my soapbox because I'm a little upset. Because nobody knows what really went down. And it's a story that has been told. And some of these folks who catching indictments now, you too were co-conspirators.
Absolutely.
Sister Keisha.
A lot of your, hold on, Brother Black, I gotta get this off. A lot of y'all elders who y'all love and respect so goddamn much were co-conspirators.
They felt that you had to be under this party. You got to be a Democrat. You can't be part of nothing else. It's the Democrat or nothing.
About stealing funds and everything. Please, listen, a documentarian, if you know any, send them my way. Let's make it happen.
Well, let's create one.
Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, y'all.
Mr. Keisha, let's just create one.
No, I got enough hands working. I do enough.
No, I'm not saying you create one. I said let's the people create one.
Yeah, go ahead. Do that because my hands are full. Okay. I can't do but so much. And that's another thing. When you have people who do certain things or have the ability to do certain things, the community leans heavy. You have to stop leaning. You know how many people get pissed off with me, stop talking to me because I say one word. No.
Yep. And no is a good word. No is a good word.
When I say no, it's a problem.
I could think of two offhand. I could think of two offhand.
Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Let me calm down.
Okay. as far as documentarians that we have access to, I could think of two right now: Dr. Randy Short and Gerard Fordo, the one that did the Garvey film. I haven't been in touch with either of them in some time, but I'm just thinking of off the top of my head. Insofar as the former mayor / governor, he supposedly was taken off personally out of the governorship by 45 because of what he did with all them old people in the nursing homes at the beginning of what they called the plandemic. So I'm done with that. That's all I wanted to interject insofar as how evil that person you just spoke about is. He is like Tommy Mottola and Clive Davis in one, with the whole city, not just the entertainment industry. Done.
I feel you, Brother Black. Sister Pat said, Elliot Spitzer, Cuomo, many others undermined the Freedom Party, mainly the Democrat Party, whom won all of their slaves on the plantation. Y'all have no clue.
Yep.
Listen, we were on the cusp of something great. They sent the whole goddamn party after us.
Yep.
Now, until you get the death threats, don't come to me with nothing. You have no clue. I'm still get pissed off when I go to sleep at night.
Now let me ask
you. Have no clue.
Let me ask you, with the political climate right now, with so many black people leaving the Democratic plantation, do you think our people are seriously ready for the Freedom Party?
Hell no. Because if you did, the three things that I say we must have, where's that? Where's that? People came to us. They came down to Mackey's. We need to revive the Freedom Party. Where your Brad at? Where your team of attorneys? Where your political analysts and scientists at? Where they at? Where they at? So until you have that, move over there, because you don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't want to hear nothing from these black folks. I know a lot of y'all elders y'all love so much. And they ass is going to be named too. Who did us dirty. Dirty.
Are they still in the community?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The bastards is still breathing. That's why they don't talk to me, because they know I know. So,
you know, and the whole thing is,
go ahead, Sister
the whole thing is, you know, because the level of accountability, everybody just stays quiet. So nobody's G-checking nobody. So they could continue on spilling whatever they're spilling. And the young people are looking at them. Oh, look at my mighty elder and look what he's done and yada, yada, yada. And half the stuff that they're spilling isn't 100% correct. You know, they may have 30% of information, but a lot of it is hype that they placed themselves in an environment that they were never in. And then other people were in environments and just became arrested. They stay in that environment. Remember when in 1777, this is what I did, and this is how I stood strong. Well, show the young folks how to stand strong. Show the young folks how to stand strong. I don't know. I can't show them how to stand strong. They got to go to the Democratic Party. They got to go to the Alpha. They got to go to this. They funnel you off instead of trying to elevate our people. The people that are left right now, where Malcolm, Kwame, and Martin left us, those are the people that were really, and even Dr. Khalid and many others, but those were the people that were really giving information for leadership. Everyone else is just intellectually masturbating us all the time, and we fall for it because people aren't reading. This is when I was like, you know what, let me just start reading, you know, because it started good for a year, but when it just kept becoming a repeat conversation, because again, I'll tell you, I was in the game in the 90s. I stepped out of the game thinking that corporate America was the ride. When I figured out corporate America wasn't the ride, I came back in and I realized they're still saying the same things. So I had to funnel and find and pick and search. And then I said, you know what? Let me just start reading again too, because everybody keeps spilling the same junk and not trying to create leaders for tomorrow. They just want to do the same old, same old. And what's sad is, like, when you work with children, their parents don't want their children to be leaders. Oh, no, they got to be a good worker. And you're just like, wait a minute. Are we willing to fight for what we believe in? Or do you just want them to be, again, intellectually masturbated like you were? We have to come to an understanding of where we want to be. And until we get that vision as a collective, we're going to be the same place 2 years from now. We're going to have the same conversation 4 years from now. You'll see us 4 and maybe others still talking the same things about how the system continues to do these things. And then people will say, well, you know, the gatekeepers, the this, the that.
Right.
We got to change that.
Right. Go ahead, Brother Black. Gotta unmute, sir. Unmute, Brother Black. There you go, sir. One more time. Unmute yourself. I like what Lenore said. Lenore said, all we heard was crickets. As soon as you say, put up your time, money, sweat, and tears, Black people have more important things to do. Go ahead, Brother Black.
Yeah, all I'm saying, Sister Marcia, you know, you said the part where I had to diverge from everything you said before that was that 2 years from now, we're going to be doing this right here. No, we're not. I'm not going to be doing this 2 years from now, because we're going to be, you have to understand something. When you attain a certain level of knowledge, and I don't know where you are in your path and so on and so forth, or anybody else for that matter, because this is more personal than anything. You come from a point of learning so much and being able to figure out whatever you haven't learned into teaching it, because you've already read enough. And it doesn't mean you stop reading or attaining information, because not everybody get their best information from reading. I could, you know, I back in the days, like 10, 15 years ago, when certain people, and there's a few of them that used to say, like, you a YouTube scholar, that used to be offensive to me, because I grew up in the era where I read most of the books that I needed to read, and then started watching videos of people like Delbert Blair, Phil Valentine, and people like that, you know what I'm saying, that are still, you know, being followed, watched, whatever you want to call that. And so the point in me saying that, how you ingest the information is how you should disseminate it. Because some things you got from videos, some things you got from books, some things you get from the real part of news that becomes history eventually, like Diddy and all this stuff going on right now. So the point that I'm trying to make is, again, it still has to be in you in order for you to disseminate it from the right place. In other words, you a 5%er talking to an 85er, they're going to get what they get from the 5% of the information you got and disseminate how they filter it. And if it's still coming out as BS, it's still BS. Done.
And then going back to Kamala, when she was interviewed and asked the question about reparations, and she made the comment that she's not going to only do anything for Black people. Why didn't she say, I'm not going to only do anything for us if she's Black? Come on, y'all. Come on, open your ears. Open your ears. Dr. Fillet said our litmus scale for evaluating certain things is what self-determination modes of operations are being done toward advocated, supported, etc. Knowing this gives clarity and insight. I would agree with that point. Brother Leonard says we need to, I'm gonna mute you, Black, because I hear stuff when you, we need to groom Black youth in politics, and lobbying government needs new life and creative expansion. Exactly. Exactly. When they had the panel discussion at Medgar Evers, it wasn't just so Mike Graves and Michael Lloyd express their viewpoints for the Freedom Party and what they plan to do. It was to introduce the youth to the Freedom Party. Everything was strategic. Everything was strategic. The history hitman, Sister Keisha, is rightfully angry, especially since East New York's representatives supported Lee instead of the Freedom Party in 2013. This is a fact. This is a fact. When we were campaigning over there by East New York's favorite church, St. Paul's, them bastards wouldn't even let us come inside. But they had, what's his name? John Lou, whatever his name is, Barron and everybody else over there.
The Asian dude?
Asian Lou, but Mike Graves had to stand outside. I got photographs and video. Matter of fact, if you go to YouTube and you put in K Fighter, go see the video I uploaded showing you that.
Because they can only bow down. Our people don't have no inclination of freedom and what freedom looks like. They don't have an imagination of what freedom looks like. Freedom for them looks like the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party has failed you constantly, and you still look to them for freedom. And just remember, before there were Republicans and Democrats, the Democrats were the ones cracking your heads first. But you don't remember that. You omitted that from your history. You don't know that. We were once a republic, but no. Look
what Brother Lenard put up. Look what Brother Lenard put up. He said all churches told us no.
You're not a 501c3.
All of them.
You're not a 501c3. You're not going to get no,
that's pro-black.
Got your little having you there.
African cloths in the vestibules and all of that. None of you bastards were supporting us. We were getting signatures. Hold on, sis. I got to get this out. When we were on 125th getting signatures, rest in peace, Brother Padnard. We were getting signatures, and the dead senator, what's his name? The one who just passed away out of Harlem, Perkins. He told Mike Graves to his face. And the history man is there. He confirmed what I'm saying. He said, brother, I would support you. Mike said, just sign the petition. I would support you, but I can't. You couldn't even put your signature just so we can get this man on a ballot? We didn't tell you to back him. We asked you to sign the goddamn petition. Glad you're dead. Should have died sooner. And people may say my words are harsh, but y'all don't know. These people are enemies to me forever. Forever.
Listen.
Hold on. I got to get this shit off. Even the Barons, December 12th movement, stole our logo. Turned it from red, black, and green to black and white. All of these bastards were traitors.
Wow.
And y'all out here caping for them and wonder why we losing, while they upholding migrants. All of y'all deserve what you get. Mike Graves confirming what I'm saying. Sister Pat confirming. Brother Lenard confirming. I don't have to make this stuff up. It's not easy. It's not easy. That damn thing put Maddox in the grave. After that, Hazel Dukes, all of them that's standing with Adams now, you didn't stand with the Freedom Party. You lying guppy. You didn't. You didn't. So that's why I'm saying a documentary has to be done about the Freedom Party and everything that took place. And I hold you two voters accountable. Because Black people have this nasty habit of voting name recognition. How many Black people continue to vote Chuck Schumer for senator? What the hell did this guppy do for you? But you keep doing it, especially you Black olders. I got to put you on blast because you are co-conspirators. And I hope one day, Just like with Diddy and Mayor Adams and all of these people who are getting wrapped up in their mess, being investigated, that the same happens to voters. That'll teach y'all dumbasses to be more responsible. Because although Eric Adams is indicted right now for crimes allegedly, all of y'all who put him in should be indicted too. Idiots. Brother Leonard said this shit was crazy. But as AS1, a registered voter, a signature is just that. But everyone was ordered not to give the Freedom Party no support. Everybody. And everybody black turned their back against us. All of these bastards y'all uphold, judges and all. So yeah, I'm on my soapbox tonight because I see what's happening to us. And we had a chance to change it. With one of us in office, we could have destroyed the Democratic Party. Just on our platform alone. We had the same platform across the board. So if I got in, if Brother Tyrone had gotten in, or Brother Mike got in, or Michael Lloyd got in, or Fred Dean got in, we all had the same goddamn platform. We was going to come in like the Tea Party did to the conservatives. That was the plan. But every black leader in this goddamn state came against us. So let me put that on the record. I'm off my soapbox. We have to remember our brother who was wrongfully executed yesterday, Marcellus Williams. If Kamala Harris really wanted to do something for black people, she should have stayed that execution. Even the prosecutor said it was a misjudgment here and they dropped the ball. That's what the prosecutor said. But the new governor came in and the new governor said, no, he still will be executed. This is what they do to you, black man. So while you out here on social media, caping for getting money and, traveling and doing all of this, remember, they will take it and your life from you at a blink of an eye. We just witnessed what happened with Kanye. And whether you agree with him or not, they seized that man's assets in a blink of an eye for verbiage from his mouth. He didn't commit any crimes, didn't threaten anybody, didn't murder anybody, anything like that. For having verbiage, the irritated genie is no longer on social media platforms or YouTube, whether you agree with him or not. I'm for right. I'm for right. So many. Professor Griff, others, shut down because of verbiage. Verbiage. And you still voting? When you, listen, your vote should protect your First Amendment. And if it's not protecting your First Amendment, can I ask you why you still engage? Why are you, the children of slaves, fighting, arguing, debating to hold up the slave system? It's beyond me. When Brother Tad posed the question, which is the black family? It's a no-brainer. He didn't tell you to go vote for her, Trump, or anybody else. But we so brain-whipped, we can't even see reason. Think for yourself, work for the group. Brother Tad said that last week. Think for yourself, work for the group. We don't all have to be the same. Hell, a lot of y'all in my personal life, I can't rock with. We don't do the same things. We ain't on the same goddamn level. You can't be around my family and all of them. We ain't in the same places. But when I'm working for the group and we in the movement, you getting the best of me, 110% of me, to do the work that I gotta do. Period. Then when the job is over, I go home and live my life. Just like you do. I don't care if you're a Muslim, Christian, I don't care. You spend 12 hours every Sunday in church. I don't care. Don't go against us. Sister
Fact.
Pat said, I'll share with you the late former district attorney, Kenneth Thompson, pledged his support. When he called the office, you see what happened to him. How he get full-blown cancer out of nowhere? Y'all think this is a game? I told you a black car was sitting on my house every fucking day. None of these cats who claim, yeah, I'm a warrior, none of y'all was protecting me. None of you. So don't come to me with that foolishness. If you wasn't a part of UAM or the Freedom Party, shout out to Brother Quasi, Brother Ashe, they was in the trenches. Even what's his name over there on Rockaway Avenue? I forget his name. Damn. They was in the trenches. How you think me, Brother Ashe, and Quasi got so tight? Y'all don't know. So this story has to be told. I want our people to stop being stupid politically. We are infantile in our approach to politics. You vote name recognition and face when you should be voting policy. You didn't have to like me personally. You didn't have to like the History Hitman personally. You don't have to like Automatics personally. I don't care. You didn't think we got on each other's nerves when we was in the trenches? We got on each other's nerves. But y'all never knew about it. That's our business. We did the work of the people. And a lot of people turn their backs on us. A lot. So what's happening to Eric Adams and the rest of y'all? Good luck. God damn it. Don't drop the soap. Moving on. Shoot. Starting with me. But, you know, Brother Lenar said, what happened to the Freedom Party of, yeah. Y'all don't know. Dr.
We need to have
said,
Brother Leonard on, sis.
Oh, yeah, I could get Leonard on. I could get Leonard on anytime. Don't you worry about that. We'll get him on. Matter of fact, I think I might do a Freedom Party panel because there's some truths that have to be told. Sister Veronica, no? Ask her. She be everywhere. When you see Veronica, you ask her what happened. You ask her. That's right, Lenore. We're gonna work out something maybe in the next week or so. I got to see what works best for you, Pat, and the History Hitman, and see, you know, we can all schedule this and make it happen. Because these truths have to be told. We might have to documentarian ourselves because it's that bad. It's that bad. And some of the people that turn left were key supporters of the Freedom Party. Professor Griff, I can tell you that. The Black Dot, even Dr. Suki, Light, SETI. I could go on and on. Then they went left. But when we called them to raise funds, y'all don't know the story. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. But I see. We moving on. I just want to read these comments. Their integrity. Whereas elders are traitors and gatekeepers who pretend to be elders, but have sold their souls, had it sold their integrity. I think that's what you mean, brother. I think. Dr. Filet, you know what happened. So, as we come to the end of our program, because we got about 10 more minutes in here, Brother Anunnaki, I'm gonna play this song, and then we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna play this song for Dr. Filet and MWM, and then we're gonna close out. All right, family. So just be patient with me here. Gonna play this song. Don't worry, we ain't off. You still hear me talking. Pull it up. Here it is. Here it is. Here we go. It's called Mothers of Civilization. Here we go.
Every step, a legacy, stories untold. In the shadow of suffering, courage pure gold. Rise up, we are the mothers of the land. Rise up, together we will stand. They march through the city, hearts full of pride. In Philly they gather, time to turn the tide. Black Queens united, voices so strong. Mother of civilization, where they belong. We charge genocide. Rise up, we are the mothers of the land. Rise up, together we will stand. Dr. Philly led the way, in 97 they shone, marking history's pages. Seeds of change were sown. Every step, a legacy, stories untold. In the shadow of suffering, courage pure gold. Rise up, we are the mothers of the land. Rise up, together we will stand. Every step, a legacy, stories untold. In the shadow of suffering, courage pure gold. Rise up, we are the mothers of the land. Rise up, together we will stand.
That's just a snippet of the song. So, I created it, and like I said, I will turn it over to Dr. Filet as a fundraiser. So that's just me putting my songwriting skills to business. Going back into the lab. I told y'all I had a development deal with Electra a long time ago. But there it is. Your thoughts, Brother Black.
If you will allow me to express myself, Sister Keisha, that shit was absolute fire. And no limitation on flames, neither. No homo. Anyway, put it out. I'm going to put it on my blog and I'm going to advertise it because I'm fit to legalize it too. Next.
Boom. Sister Marcia, your thoughts.
Rise up, rise up. We are the mothers of the land. We are the ones to usher in the new world that we want to see. As the Anunnaki and the ninth dimension comes in, we have to quelch this 501c3 demon that is killing our churches, our organizations, and everything else that comes down to 501c3. I will announce that without the end of the 501c3, Black man and Black woman will not rise up. But the independent Black souls that are here, even if we end up being 9 souls, we will remain strong for the liberation of all African people everywhere. Compensation is not the answer. Liberation is our only calling. Brother Ty, and make time manifest, my friends. Make time.
Shay. She's going for her reverend's doctorate or something. Shay. Woo! Give it up for Sister Marcia, everybody. Sister Mama, everybody. Sister Mama. She's here every Thursday.
Hey, hold on. Y'all ain't argue wholesale yet. Come on now. Where's that? Y'all got to get one in before we go.
You missed it. I think you got light beam up to Planet Kazama or something. But anyway, Sister Keisha, you know you did the thing. That was extreme fire. I love the message. It's feel-good music. That's what's missing out of our movement. You know, as we talk about the passing of the brother from Soul to Souls, we celebrate the life of our brother Frankie Beverly and the passing of Tito Jackson and so many great people. That's what's missing, the soul. That's what made us who we are, as Reverend Mama was saying, the soul of our folks, That's why we got soul music and soul food and soul our flares. Right, Brother Anunnaki? The soul, and that song was soulful, It's a beautiful thing because that's who we are. I think with all that's going on right now, we forgot how to love. We forgot how to love ourselves and love our people and love what it is we do to move our people forward. That's what always made us so dope, because you could feel the love in everything we did, and I just want that feeling back. Everything ain't got to be about being angry all the time. Though people like pissing us off. Don't know why. Because they hate the reaction once they piss us off. They don't like the repercussions. But for some reason, they enjoy pissing us off. But you know what I say? I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. Right? Unless you're R. Kelly. That's something different. But nah, the song was super dope, man. And I just love what it is we do out here, right? And Sister Keisha, me and Gutter was talking the other day about doing a part 2 with the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we need our sisters to have their voices heard too. And I want to bring some more sisters on, So Sister Marcia, if you're available on the day that we decide, we'll let you know a date. Hopefully you could join and get some other sisters from the audience, Empress Filet. Maybe we could get her on this also. I want to bring about 10 sisters on the program, and just let y'all sisters go, because I really don't like that everybody's talking about what Black womanhood is except Black women. And the Black women that are saying what Black womanhood is regurgitating the script that's given to them by non-Black people. And I'm not going for that. That's why so many of our sisters are caping for Kamala Harris in this bug, because I'm like, you're a Black woman and you mean to tell me this is a sister girl? We're losing it. We're losing it. So we need the strong sisters. Play that joint. We're going to rock that joint. Then let y'all do the 1-2, and then we're gonna rock that joint again. Let the brothers add a little commentary, and then we're gonna rock that joint again. You know what I mean? Because we need to celebrate Black womanhood on a constant basis, because as Dr. Clark said, we can't win this war without half the army. I'm tired of hearing about what Black women don't do and what Black men don't do. Let's show what we do together. We as a family do this together every Thursday. Equally balanced, equally yoked. 2 brothers, 2 sisters. It's my yacht. We balance out. You know what I mean? We don't always got to agree, right, Marcia? But we do got to work together, and we enjoy it.
Absolutely, brother.
That's the beauty of it. So, family, with that said, I hope y'all were inspired by some of the things you heard tonight. It's your turn to go out and inspire others. So y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay true. Sister Keisha.
Again, family, we definitely appreciate you rocking out with us each and every Thursday. Tell somebody to tell somebody it goes down over here. And don't forget, you know, you never know what you're going to find over here. And shout out to the BK William Mackey History Club. I definitely created a track for them as well that we will hear next week. Oh yeah. We creating our own soundtrack for the movement. Period. So we will play that clip next week. It's called The Ancestors Voices. Oh man, wait till you hear that one. But again, family, y'all enjoy the rest of your week. You know, make sure your mind is clear. Do your best to secure optimum health for yourself. If you don't know how, you can always reach out to Coach Tad Cromwell. He is a certified trainer. You know, he can hook you up. Can hook you up. I'm not going to say it to nobody who can't hook you up. Now, I ain't going to do that. You know, if you want to know more information from my brother Anunnaki, especially about his book, Hip Hop Will Never Die, you see that cover of his book in the intro video of ours. It's in there. But you can definitely reach out to him. And of course, you got some young people and you need to have their minds expanded and open. Africans on the Rise is for you. So reach out to Sister Mama and make it happen. All right? You might take them on a camping trip or something. Leonard, I'll be reaching out to you later this weekend. The History Hitman, you as well, and Sister Pat as well. I will be reaching out to you guys later on this weekend. So, again, family, y'all have a good one. We out, y'all. Good night.
On the Brooklyn Bridge tonight, voices strong, knowledge tight, thorough black talk in the air, changing minds, changing flair. From Brother Tad to Sister K, warriors got things to say. Sister Marcia brings the heat, Brother Blacksmith keeps the beat. Revolutionary waves they fly underneath the open sky. Every word's a call to fight. Tune in, feel the ancestral line. Thursday nights, the world will see Black Power Media on a spree. Facebook, YouTube, all aligned, breaking free from everybody. Social talk and politics, every voice breaks through the matrix. Commentary raw and true, for the many, not the few. Revolutionary waves they fly underneath the open sky. Every word's a call to fight. Tune in, feel the ancestral line. Ancestral line.